Welcome to the Rebel Love Show. We are a once-a-week broadcast from Manchester, New Hampshire, where we are pro-pot, pro-gun, and pro-coffee. You can find all of our content at rebelloveshow.com. I am Mathias.
And I am the Rebel Mistress.
And today we have a special guest here at the Flaming Freedom Studios, no less, none other than Derrick J. Freeman.
Meow. I forget this is the original Flaming Freedom.
No, it's not. It's the Anarchy in Your Head Studios.
What is Anarchy in Your Head?
That predated the Flaming Freedom.
Yeah.
Was that the
Anarchy
first?
in Your Head is what Dale used to do. It's a comic strip, and people can still look these up. They're terrific comics that help explain anarchy, total liberty, or just make you laugh if you're an anarchist.
But so it wasn't the premier gay liberty.
No, there's nothing
podcast.
really gay about it. It wasn't a podcast. It was comic strips that Dale used to make. He doesn't really do it
right
anymore.
here in this studio, in this room.
He calls this the In Your Head Studios. So I don't know. Anarchy in Your Head was the name of the comic strip. This isn't. Maybe it should be the Flaming Freedom Studios now.
Well, well, right now it's the Rebel Love Show 2.0 studio.
Worms.
Because
Right now.
Well, yeah, because we covered up the Flaming Freedom banner over there. With the
It's
Rebel
so
Love
You
Show.
should just leave that and
No,
see if Dale notices.
No, because it has a picture of Neil Connor on it.
He
and
looks so
he's
young, too.
Young.
He
He has
looks like
such
a
a baby face.
Yeah, he's a baby in that
He
picture.
doesn't
So
look
does
like a
Dale,
baby
though.
anymore.
That's true.
That's true. Dale always looks like a baby, though. He'll look like a baby
Yeah.
forever.
Both of them put on a lot of Shire years since those pictures were put
No,
on there.
Dale still has those
A lot of
rosy cheeks.
Shire years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Derrick, where have you been?
Oh, well, thank you for asking, Anne. I've been in San Francisco, and man, have I had the week of my life.
You went full
You know,
San Fran.
I went full San
Full
Fran.
San Fran.
Anyone who was following along on my Facebook this week, they saw crazy pictures.
You know, it started so nice, too. It started so nice. Like, we're going out to dinner. And like, there was a selfie. Next thing I know, you're getting pulled around by a chain in the middle of the street.
Wasn't that funny? Like, literally the next day
Beautiful.
after we're all dressed up in our bow ties and suits, and we went to this fancy futurist dinner where we're... So the person I'm talking about is Steven. We've started this relationship together. We met at Pork Fest. He invited me out to visit him in San Francisco. I said, what the hell? And boy, we have really hit it off in a way that I have never hit it off with anyone in the past. And I've been in relationships. You know, this is my first, but I really like this guy. And
Did you meet
we
him
spent a lot
at
of-
Pork Fest?
yeah, we met at Pork Fest like
Wow.
midweek, I would say.
How'd you guys meet?
He came to an episode of Freedom Fiends late one night, and I saw him in the audience and was like, ooh, who is that? And as soon as the episode was over, I jumped up and went. I saw him like going to the door, and he was with a guy who I already knew, Rahul. And so I was like, oh, Rahul, like introduce me to your friend. Who's this? You know? And he introduced me, but then it was like, Freedom Fiends is 3 a.m. You know, it's the end of the night. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, nice to meet you. See you later. So we saw each other like at breakfast the next day, and we got to hit it off and talk after that. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, it
You
was
guys
cute.
were. I remembered you. You guys being together after that. I was like, Derrick's walking around with a cute boy. all of a sudden.
Yeah, people had their eyes out. They were noticing.
Yeah, because you two are adorable.
We're so cute.
You are.
guys are.
I think we're like, so the way I was describing us throughout the week is like, we're like Jeffrey Tucker split into two younger gays. So like, if you, because Jeffrey Tucker, he's so amazing and colorful and flamboyant, but if you would have to divide him in two in order to produce me and Steven. So then, you know, that's
So
how
he
I'm
was
thinking of this.
already into liberty.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like, so with relationships, I'm really picky about where my guy's head is at. I don't want to convert someone. I feel like that works for some people, but for me, that would be
It's a lot of work.
no, it's not the work that's the issue. It's that I want someone who's already gotten there on their own. Like, I don't want to be responsible for where they're at philosophically. You know,
That
I
was
want
one
them
of
to
the
get there on their
questions.
own.
That was one of the questions I was gonna ask you because I felt like we just ended a relationship. With
yeah,
someone.
What?
We unfortunately we're not on a triad anymore.
And I
Yeah.
felt like
What?
a lot of it
This
was
is news.
Well, you were
What?
gone, Derrick.
Okay,
What do you
well,
want us
it
to
just
Where, did you post to Facebook about this?
No.
no.
Okay, so
No,
this
we
is
did
the
not.
first you're breaking the news?
This
Yeah,
is breaking news.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Breaking news,
Oh,
whatever.
no, that's heavy. This happened this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no,
And
well,
I think
yeah,
one
about
of
a
the
week ago.
things that I was gonna say is about, your relationship, they're pro-liberty. And I feel like a lot of the times when you date someone who's not pro-liberty or muggle, as Rob we'll call them,
I'm
which we'll get
trying
into
not
later.
to. I'm trying.
We'll
not
get
to
into
use the
that.
word
We'll
I
get
use
into
the word
that.
normals because it's not as
Normals?
insulting.
No, I think it's
They're
just
normal. They're normal. We're not. You know.
we're like
Well,
extraordinary.
but
But
maybe
no,
use normal in
wait.
front of them.
Well, that
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. I know.
All
I'm
right.
trying not
But
to use the word.
I feel like one of the things was that for me, I felt like she didn't get it, and she really didn't try to. I mean, which is kind of fine, but then I started to notice like the wavelengths were different. I started to notice that, you know, her priorities and goals in life were, you know, all these corporatized standards that, you know, public school tells you should aim for, not to actually live her life, you know.
Well, she was like cookie cutter in her brain. She
No,
like had been cut.
I think
wasn't-
cookie cutter is a great word.
I wouldn't say that. I would say she hasn't. She's definitely open-minded to things. It's just that like you kind of go through an evolution, getting to this stage. You know, you're not always right. Like for me, I wasn't at this point.
It's an uphill battle.
It
I mean,
definitely is.
The culture and the government schools especially will do everything to crush imagination, crush that questioning spirit that naturally young people have.
Of course.
Ask questioning authority.
They're like, it's ADD. Like that's literally what they tell you it is. Oh, you have any hint of wanting to be free or wanting to be creative, you need to take some pills and calm down.
Or no, what do they call it now? It's authority opposition disorder. There's actually a mental disorder, they call it now. If you are opposed to authority, you're oppositionally defiant.
Oh, that's all of us then.
I know. I wear that like a badge of honor. Yeah, I'm proud of that.
Absolutely.
But for a lot of people, I feel like it's just unfortunate. They just don't make it in time, or they're just crushed by the system.
I mean, like for me, I feel like I woke myself up and I jacked myself out of the matrix, so to speak, like, you know, philosophically. And it's hard to to have other people get to that point. I can definitely relate to you where you want to be with someone that's on par with your with that whole wavelength, the whole way of thinking, you know, the way we all think right here at this table. We're all open-minded.
But you don't? Do you want to, like, is it, I mean, I know for me that definitely was becoming a problem because I want someone who's as free as possible. When I'm around people, I try to be as free as possible and give that aura off to people. And I think it really started to bother me at a point, especially because I didn't feel like she understood. She didn't try to grasp, and it was she didn't really agree with everything either, which is fine, but it's to a certain extent, it's like I kind of want someone who is already there.
Do you have any concrete examples that you can pull for me? Like, give me an idea of how you started to discover that this wasn't going to work philosophically.
There's a moment at Pork Fest where it was like, I think it was on Sunday when the tax collector showed up.
Yeah.
All right. And
which was like anarchist Christmas.
I know, right?
That was like, could there ever be a better event?
She wanted to go back. She needed to leave, and she wanted to go back to the campsite. And me and Anna were like, we can't leave. Like, we have to be here.
Yeah, like
this doesn't happen like ever.
No way I'm moving from this spot.
Yeah, I have to be here to film this, to record this, take a picture.
She ended up leaving and we didn't even say goodbye.
Yeah,
because
she didn't get, like, why would we want to take a picture of like a government person? Like, it didn't really, you know, click.
Guys,
and just she physically
brought someone. You brought someone to Porkfest who didn't understand why you would want to film a government agent?
Well, maybe she did. I don't know.
No, she didn't understand. And she's even said multiple times that she didn't really understand or agree with everything.
I'm starting to put more blame on you guys. Like, what did you bring?
We keep an open mind about people. Like, first, for me, it's not always about, like, this. All right? Like, I'm still going to live, like, a normal life. I can't,
it's about love. It's about love.
And there was something with the connection with her, too.
Yeah.
It can't just be the tip with Liberty. I'm starting to realize that. It can't, like, I have an open mind, but to a certain extent, I can't.
But at the same time,
we'll see when we come back.
All right.
When we come back.
I know, but I like doing the Michael Dean thing where we just go right to the end.
Marijuana.
All right, well, next time I'll leave it on. How's that sound?
Marijuana.
Cool.
It's in the bag.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, yeah. Right. Let's do it. I'll pack it. So can the listeners hear the ads? They can on this version, right?
On the YouTube channel, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. What's up, viewers? Hey, you got a chat room? Can I join the chat room?
Yeah, if you
Oh,
go
yeah.
to
I'm in the chat.
rebelloveshow.com / or no, click on live, the LRN chat is in there.
All right. Going. I'm coming for you, chat room. Lube up. Can we turn the ads down? I don't want to. I don't want to hear that.
Sorry. Absolutely.
Thaned you.
I thought you were supposed to be packing the bowl. You two are
I'm busy
unprepared.
getting to the chat room.
I'll handle
I'm going-
business.
Going to. You gotta talk to
If
these
Dale
people.
kicks us out of his studio,
Yeah, he was very specific on.
He said what?
I asked him if we can smoke. He said no, only vaping.
Only vaping.
Yeah.
He said no, and that's going. That's now in the official record of the show.
I know.
We just said. You just said.
I
that.
know. We can walk outside.
Now there's
really
no
quick.
plausible deniability.
I know.
wait, did he? I didn't hear.
He
him
really
say
did
that.
tell me no.
All right. So. All right. No means no.
No means no.
It's his
Gotta respect
property.
that.
It's
I
his
know.
property.
I know.
This is if it was my studio, we'd be smoking left or right.
But let's take this
How about-
moment, since we respect Dale and his property, let's also take this moment to say, Dale, come on. Pot smell goes away like in an hour, right? It doesn't linger. It's not like you smell it.
yeah, I know.
It's going to be
Who is
midnight
the
when the
hot
show's over.
black chick, and is she single? Have you never watched this show
Yeah,
before?
figure it out. Who said that?
Steven, that is my rebel mistress.
Oh, wait. Steven. Hey.
Is that Steven?
Yeah, that's Steven.
Oh, hey, Steven.
You can't ask like that.
Who's Steven?
Steven's my
Steven.
Steven.
That's your Steven. Of course I'll date you, Steven.
Hey.
Hey, Steven.
No.
We can be best
Steven.
friends.
You can't take Steven away from me, Rebel Mistress.
We can share. I'm going to share.
All right.
And did he paint your nails?
You can have the front.
Did you paint his nails? Because you did a really good job.
Yeah,
And I need
he did.
that.
He did.
You never paint my nails, babe.
He did my nails.
Oh, no.
Steven, we
I've
can
painted
definitely
your
be
na-
together.
Whoa.
No, you have never painted my nails. I've asked you to paint my nails before. You did not do it. So, Steven, you're looking like a winner.
Well, what's in it for me to paint your nails?
What?
Yeah.
Why is my love?
Your love?
My love.
Okay.
Don't stress, bro. Can't believe you didn't tell Steven about me.
He knows about you. He already thinks you're hot. He already told me that before. He knows who you are. He was like, the Rebel Mistress is always smoking up, getting so high during the show. She doesn't give an F.
No, she never gives an F.
Almost never.
Your
Almost
Rebel
never.
Mistress. I love that so much. I love that you've like owned that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
she
starting to
took it
take
from me.
over.
That was my name for her. She's rocking it as her own.
Yeah,
She took it.
it's
She
hot.
took it back.
And you're wearing flowers in your hair. That's sexy.
Well,
Well, it's
Okay,
sexy
we're
'cause-
we're coming back after this ad.
I love how you remember.
Or after this ad.
Well, this doesn't really count. This 10-second bumper.
We're coming back here, and we're talking about wavelengths of partners that we have in our lives, and the pros and cons of bringing someone to your wavelength or not.
Come on, you don't have to be gentle. Do you think she's listening?
No, she doesn't.
Then
listen.
be
No,
real.
And she doesn't
Be
even,
real about it.
She doesn't
Don't-
even listen to the show.
No,
And
she did watch. No, first off, she did watch
Live?
a show. She watched the show live before I went on a
because she was
first date
at
with her.
our apartment.
No, she
so-
watched live the episode that we were on. Remember the episode where we listened to the Creamy D's sex tape?
Okay,
Oh,
so she
yeah.
She watched that episode.
She watched
That was
when she was
hot.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, it
I
was.
think that was hot. But she watched where she was checking it out. And I don't know. At a certain point it just bothered me, I think, because I just I don't pretend. I feel like once you've accepted like the ideals of liberty and freedom, like you can't come back from that. You're that person.
It's definitely a red pill.
Entirely.
Yeah, it's a red pill moment.
And
oh my God.
when someone can't see that spectrum, it kind of makes one like, okay, so here's an example. You asked to give examples.
Yes.
Because no one understands.
Well, no, I gave one. I gave an example.
Okay,
No,
well,
I want to hear this
here's
one
my
from
example.
my rebel mistress.
Thank you. It was pertaining to, work. She defined herself a lot, and it made her depressed a lot, which she was always depressed, always apologizing and second guessing. And she just kind of defined herself by, what kind of job she had, even though
A lot of people do.
I know.
I mean, that's an ultimate goal in a lot of people's life.
But it's like, if it's the only reason, if you work just
Yeah.
to like die, I don't understand.
Right.
Because like if you just work and work and work, what are you trying to accomplish? That's not going to make you any happier. And it was just like the way she defined herself by these corporatized like standards of, oh, I'll be happy if I just get a better job or the next job or the next job. And I was like, how about you work on yourself? Because you have to take time and figure out what really makes you happy, because I guarantee you it will not be working for someone.
What did she say to that? And by the way, can we stop playing the pronoun game? Can we either give a fake name or use the
people
real
already know
name?
her name is Amy. I mean, it's
All right.
It's on our Facebook left and right.
All right. So there we go. So we don't have to play the she said, he.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I don't like using people's names.
Yeah, but we're being real here. We're talking about real relationships.
She's in our proposal video, babe.
Yeah.
I know, and she was one of my
And she
bridesmaids,
helped.
which is really weird now because now I have to disinvite her.
Yeah. That's not that weird. She probably wants to be disinvited. Just make it.
Well, it's not like we had like a horrible breakup or a fight.
It wasn't
or
like
anything
it was
like that.
horrible.
Yeah. How did this all come to a head? When did it finally bubble over?
The energy just wasn't there.
Well,
anymore.
Rob is
What do you mean?
Rob
Sexual
wanted-
energy?
No, well, that's a whole.
okay. We can get into that too, since we're
yeah.
being honest. But Rob was like one for just letting a relationship slowly die, which I think we'd still be together if we went that route.
Well, no, it wasn't that. It's just okay. She works a night job and we don't. So the times we can only see her really were just the weekends.
I don't agree. He was saying that all the time, but I think when you really want
I
to see
said-
someone, you make time for
Yes,
them.
absolutely.
Rob was driving when I was in Boston.
Drove all the way down to Boston to see you.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
multiple times a week,
Yes.
and we only seen each other at night, and we made the most of that.
That's
We
true.
didn't
Right.
even-
No, that's true. That's true.
That
Yeah,
happened
no,
all the
you're
time
right,
for
you're
us,
right.
and it was because we wanted to, and we put in that effort. And it was
Yes.
like, she was kind of putting in the effort. Like she'd drive there after work.
She
at,
was
like,
going
2
through.
a.m.
She was
Her
going
heart
through.
isn't
She
in
was
it.
going through the
Yeah.
motions, but yeah, it wasn't. She wasn't.
So
feeling it.
okay, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
That's sad that your triad isn't together anymore. But you think the reason was philosophically she wasn't there,
I
and
feel
also-
like
There's a
my
couple
reason. I
reasons.
feel like it was a couple reasons.
and also
Philosoph-
sexually she didn't care enough.
Sexually, it was just boring.
See,
Which you
that
shouldn't-
sounds like it
We
sounds like
shouldn't
we're being.
complain about having threesomes all
No.
the time, but literally, it was like
Wait,
19.
what do you mean? Can you complain about having threesomes?
No, no.
I mean, yeah,
like,
it was. I did. It
we're-
was really nonchalant.
What, you didn't want to have threesomes?
No, I did. Just more exciting threesomes.
Yeah.
Well, what did you want to do? Like
Anything, just everything
like
else.
Eiffel Tower stuff, or
Anything more than missionary position.
every time?
Yeah.
I love-
Missionary every time?
No. Everything but that every time. Like a bunch of different things. all the time.
No. Not with us. Not with us three. We didn't do anything.
What did you
We did
two do
some
together,
things.
Rob? Would you do lots of positions with her?
I like to do a few different things
Something
when we're
creative?
doing that, but we weren't super creative.
No.
That's because,
it
well,
was
see, here's the
boring.
thing. Me and Ann here, we're kind of we're like Michael Jordan, and that was like going down to like the minor leagues, and
Okay, all right, I
that makes
understand.
sense. Like-
no, I totally
like she
get it.
could
You're
get
a
there.
level above.
yeah, we're she's more vanilla than we're more kinky.
Okay, but
Oh, nice.
If that
here,
makes any
Alright.
sense.
here's the problem to throw in the mix. This girl had only had sex with someone she had known since high school and got married to that
Guys,
guy.
Guys, I'm
she got
blaming
married
you.
to that guy.
I'm looking at you on this. Why
And-
did you bring her into a triad? That's a real risk.
It was a risk.
You're going out on a serious limb here and pulling her into a relationship that you two have something beautiful and strong together.
No, it
I mean,
wasn't
what do you
about
think
us.
that's doing with
it,
her
it-
head?
No,
it
first
wasn't.
off-
It wasn't about us because we definitely made her feel like
She was special and unique and part of the
she was
relationship.
part of it. And there
Yeah.
definitely was there were moments that there were very huge connections. I mean, she wouldn't have been part of that, the proposal had, there wasn't that connection to begin with.
Which
It
was
was,
beautiful, by the way. Not just the proposal, but the fact that she helped. That was so touching.
It was
the fact
pretty
that she brought
much
it.
after that it all started to crumble.
Why? Do you think she was jealous?
No.
No, the big. Should I go into like
Yeah,
the
go into
Yeah,
it.
we're
We're
doing
talking
it.
about
Okay.
it now.
So
We're there.
The big reason was she had to work that week, but she took off that Tuesday to be there for the proposal. We tried to convince her, no matter what we could, to get off for the big gay dance party, and she couldn't.
What do you mean?
She didn't do it.
She had work during the
just
big gay
started
dance.
that week at her job.
Man,
Okay.
She shouldn't have come to Porkfest at all. Then,
Well,
when I started work, I missed the first Porkfest when I moved to Keene.
Okay.
Because I had just started 2 new jobs. I was like, look, it's one or the other.
Well,
You can't go to Porkfest.
She
when you
didn't
start a new
work
job.
on Saturday.
No, that's the thing. Here's
Okay.
one thing that really got us upset. I understand that she had to go to work, and I got that.
Yeah.
But she wanted to go do something else that Saturday. But the problem was, we took 2 cars, her car and our car, up to Porkfest, and it was agreed upon that she was going to come back when she got off of work Friday night and come to us, and then stay there all day Saturday and leave with us Sunday morning. And then we literally had to call her and say, like, look, you're leaving us high and dry on the other side of the state with 1 car when we need 2 cars, because we had a bunch of stuff. Like, there's 4. Murdoch went with us, so there's basically 3 of us plus 4, but tents
Why do
and
you have
stuff like that.
Why do you need a bunch of stuff?
Because we're camping.
Oh, right.
So
We
all
had
the tenting
camping.
stuff, plus
And
Murdoch,
we drove up there
plus,
with her stuff.
plus we drove up with Murdoch's Ghost Gunner, Cody Wilson's
Okay.
prototype
minute.
number 1. So, like, we needed 2 cars to transport
This is really
everything.
cool, and it's falling apart. I get it, but you can't put all the blame on her for this.
Well,
no,
That's you
no.
too.
No,
no. Well,
Where's your planning?
she made that agreement. Like,
Yeah.
we already
Oh.
planned that out, that she would be driving back with us.
Oh, I take it back.
Yeah.
So you had an
that
agreement.
was
You
and
planned,
she tried to, like, back
and she
out
ruined
of
the
it,
plan.
and we literally had to tell her, like, look, like, this is a deal breaker. Like,
Yeah, you committed to
you
something.
committed to
Yeah.
this. We expect you to do this. You told us,
Right.
yes.
that was the first step. That was the crick that we should have seen.
Mhm.
Was like the break in
No, I agree.
or whatever. But it just got worse from there. Okay, we'll
Tell me
talk about it
more.
when we come
No,
back.
we've got another 20 seconds. Tell me more.
We got another 20 seconds.
There's not
Well,
enough time. But-
No,
well,
there's
let's
not
meow.
nearly enough time.
all right.
Meow
Meow.
therapy.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Worms.
Ooh. Oh, I like that.
Her baby.
Let's smoke pot.
What time do we come back?
4 minutes.
4
Let's
minutes?
go. You have a lighter?
I thought I put one in the dashboard.
Oh, in the
I know I definitely brought one. Or no, I put it in the car, so I don't know
Okay.
if you put it in the dashboard. Let's go down there. We gotta go down there anyway.
We'll get more prepared. We'll do this again next break.
So, me and Ann.
Back in time?
Not yet.
I'll bring it back.
You'll bring it back?
So I want to talk about confidence next.
Sure. So, anyways, me and Ann, when we're at work, we whisper in each other's ears
No way. Because
Yeah,
you can do that?
because we text message. So it goes in her ear when I send her a text.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
You have no idea how
You
well
guys
that
are-
helps me sell.
Wouldn't the selfie contest do? Please.
Oh, we gotta do. Can we open with that first, really quick, and then go into confidence?
Can I? I can wave my arms up now because I shaved my armpits earlier.
Hot. Let's see them.
God, it's about time too.
Why do you shave? You don't wax?
I'm usually anti-shaving.
No, wax.
Oh, wait.
There's no
When are
place
you
to wax.
anti-shaving?
I waxed my armpits.
When I'm super lazy and on my menstrual cycle.
So like now.
Yeah, but I shaved.
You're on your period
Oh
right
my
now?
God, yeah.
I'm such a bitch.
She was earlier. I know, I was mean too. I'm sorry, baby doll. I'm sorry I shouldn't have said that on there. I'm sorry,
I know. Anyway, so
Just gonna bite your head
Oh, I know,
before
I
we
know.
go back into it, we just want to remind you all that we are having a selfie competition. If you would like to win tickets to New Hampshire Freedom Rally and
Oh.
Hemp Festival, then
Cool.
send us your selfie of you being pro pot, pro gun, and pro coffee. I mean, make it creative, make it fun. The tickets are going for $170 right now.
Holy
You
Well,
can
the VIP. These are. I don't know if these are VIP tickets. I'm pretty sure.
I don't
these are
know.
just- the normal 3-day
For the-
pass are 70. So even that's still $70 ticket.
it's
Wow.
$70.
That's
Now,
an-
I thought for the week it was well. The point is, you can get them for free. So just send us your selfies, people. Not your nudes, but your selfies.
And where can
Why
they send
not
those,
your
baby
nudes?
doll?
Well, maybe nudes.
Where can
Nudes
they send those
too.
to us, babe?
And you can send those to us at the Rebel Love Show at gmail.com.
rebelloveshow@gmail.com. And we also will be recording a live episode at the New Hampshire Hemp Fest and Freedom Rally. So
Cool.
when you win the tickets, you can come watch us live at, again, another festival. So we're doing the whole festival racket with this show.
Hey,
which is
where's
pretty
that
cool.
happening? Where's the
It's at we got backgrounds farm. It's in I don't know, man. It's a backwoods Tom's Farm at Rumney, New Hampshire.
All right.
Rumney.
You can go find information on New Hampshire Hemp Fest and Freedom Rally at nhhempfest.com. Rich Paul's going to be talking there.
No
Yeah.
surprise. He's one of the biggest pot heroes there is, and he lives in New Hampshire. So
Yeah,
he
he'll
better be there.
And I know Shadrach and Deidre will be there doing freedom drums. Or
They have
drums for peace.
the Drums for Peace tent at Porkfest.
Yeah, so they'll be doing that there too. So it'll be a good time. Anyway, when we left, we were talking about dating. I see people in here talking about dating sites, which we did meet.
What, people in the chat room?
Yeah, people in the chat are talking about dating sites, and we did meet her in the.
People.
No,
Rob
I met her
her
on OKC.
on OKC,
Yeah.
not
Okay.
Tinder. So we met on Tinder, and we're like a success story.
So
I've
yeah,
found
that
with
is
multiple people
unusual.
from Tinder.
No, I think that's more unusual though, wouldn't you? Because OKC, Cupid does the matching and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, Cupid is
It's
more.
for actual relationships.
But it doesn't test chemistry. There are people with whom I have had very close matches, like 98%, and it's just
no
not.
chemistry.
No,
Yeah.
and we're both cute, like
Hey.
objectively good looking, and it's just
F-
like, hey, no, sorry.
FYI,
Yeah.
me and Amy were a 93% match on OKC.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's serious. And
That's
so,
I've never gone out with anyone off of OKC with even that close of a match.
So that's
Usually
just
it's
a
like
Do you
70 or
answer?
something.
What are your questions though?
that's just evidence that OKC doesn't know what it's talking about. though.
Yeah. And what are your
Yeah, that's
questions? Because I remember going back and reading some of your questions and being like, what the
Oh, I
fuck?
don't know.
I remember,
I
'cause
filled
I
out
was
some
like-
of that like a long time
I
ago.
said
I don't
if-
remember.
This is what I told him. I said, if I would have met you on OkCupid, we wouldn't be together because I went to read your questions and they just seemed mad shade. Like it was something in there like that was just like, I don't know. It was something
Shady?
about
Oh my God, Aunt.
was
Excuse me,
shady.
your rebel mistress. I had the worst OkCupid there is. Like anyone, some of the gay anarchists can vouch for this because they had actually seen it.
what is it?
It was like I don't know what was going on in my head at the time, but like we talked about earlier, I want someone who's already philosophically there.
Yeah.
So it was like into Ayn Rand, Murray Rothbard. I was like, I think I said Mises or GTFO. Basically, like, you should talk to me if you are an anarchist. Like, I don't want anyone else. I'm not interested in you, you know? Like,
Yeah.
but it was really bad. I mean, what a turnoff, right? If some regular person were to stumble across my picture, be like, "Oh, he's cute. What the hell?" And then like all this weird, like,
Anarchist
you
stuff.
better be a Rothbardian, bow tie wearing, you know, gunslinging anarchist, or else. And like, you know, that's gonna be no one.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
gonna find anyone. like that.
Almost. But
unless
yeah, no,
unless you're at Porkfest.
but we wouldn't have met, I felt like, if I would have met you on OkCupid. So I'm glad we met on Tinder.
Well, I guess I have to go change up my.
yeah, you gotta
OKC
profile
re-answer
some of
and
those questions. I think
You
you'll
should
look
read
back
your
at 'em.
OKC on the air. Is what
You
you should do.
I can log
I'm
into
calling
it
it.
right now.
No, we are not. We are not doing
We're
that.
gonna save that for
maybe
the next show.
That would be bonus content, or maybe that'd be on during the break. I ain't doing it during the live show.
Oh,
Why not?
Because, well, for I like to have.
What's your name? Can people look you up? Isn't it public?
Look up Rob Mathias' dating profile.
I'm
on
sure you can
OkCupid.
find it. Probably. I mean, I use
Probably.
kind of same profile names for a lot of different things.
You got the card out. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think a lot of also our downfalls had to do with confidence, and I do feel like it all plays into each other in the bigger picture: liberty and being free and having confidence.
I can definitely relate to you about being confident. Both of you, me and you, both of us, we are super confident people to the point where we're probably both arrogant.
No, just you.
Just me. Okay, maybe I'd rather be arrogant than not confident at all.
So, what do you think, Derrick? Confidence is the biggest turn on. Like,
Confidence is it. That's it. There is nothing else. To me, I mean, yeah, attraction, physicality, it does mean something. I'm not
So-
gonna just deny
You
that.
gotta
But,
own your presence.
yeah.
but confidence is what it's all about. There are ugly guys. If they are confident, they got it. They got it going on. That's when people are after. That's
I
what we want.
cannot date a woman who is afraid of her own shadow.
No. Fail.
And that is what was going on. I cannot date a woman who's like second guessing herself all the time, because I'm not that person.
I think it's because those types of people haven't figured out that failure is okay. It's okay to fail.
No, because they're trying to like
go for success, but if you don't make it, it's okay. It's better than not doing anything at all.
they're trying to subscribe to everyone else's standards of what they should be. And I think part of freedom is individual liberties. Like, you have to free yourself. Like, it's not about what everyone else wants. It's about, you know, what you want and what makes you happy, as long as it doesn't, you know, hurt anyone else. But for her, it was, you know, what does everyone else want from me? I have to second guess myself all the time.
It sounds like she wants to please others. Like she has
A little-
She was trying to
pleasing
please everyone at some point.
complex.
Yeah. That was
a
an
little
issue.
bit of everyone. And it was the Porkfest thing, the flakiness also. It was like, well, it wasn't even necessarily flakiness. It was just she always told everyone yes to everything.
So it was just bad. I can see there were lots of reasons why the relationship ended.
Wait, what
but
the-
I
So,
want to know
I am
philosophically, because this is something like that all liberty people struggle with, I'm sure, is finding a partner who gets them philosophically.
To form a triad, yes, I know that's what
So-
all libertarians.
All
are going
libertarians
through.
are.
But you and Anne didn't see on eye to eye philosophically when you
I
your rebel
converted her.
mistress when you met,
No,
right?
No, I take that back. Her wavelength, her energy was just on par as mine in regards to, like, you know, being a free human being. But
yeah.
a lot of the ideas weren't really introduced to her yet. It's like she was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are on, like,
Yeah.
I'll meet people. I work a day job, so I'm actually, you know, in front of other people that aren't, you know, libertarians and whatnot. Though I do have a story about meeting new movers today at my job. But anyways, I meet people from time to time where you can tell that they're definitely on the same page. Their mental capacity, their energy levels. I know that sounds really hippie and trippy-ish and whatnot, but they're just there with you. They're on the same par. Like this, they're that far down the rabbit hole, but they just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
They haven't been open to it. Like Anne here, she was there. She was definitely on there. We can both relate. We can, you know, it felt, you know, I remember laying on the floor in your dorm room after our hookup, And we're just chilling or shooting the breeze.
Tile floor or was it carpet?
It was
We were
carpet on a tile floor.
on a
Ugh,
tile floor because
that's
I
a little
had a
better.
carpet in my dorm room.
Yeah,
Ouch.
but you're definitely there, babe.
No. Well, I was fortunate. Steven already got it philosophically. I'll tell you about it when we come back.
Well, you're lucky.
All right, ready?
Like running down.
Off to the races.
This is some great exercise.
Woo! Okay, Rob, do you want to do the honors here? During the
Yeah.
show.
Oh, there's a Steve Delgado who I think is actually your boyfriend.
We thought it was a different boyfriend.
Oh no, they're fooling me. The troll in the chat room fooled me.
How many Steven
So
boyfriends do you have?
I don't know. It was just the
He
one.
changed his name to Steven, is known as Straight Steven. I need to change my name.
Oh my gosh. I'll sign in. Rebel Love Show.
RebelLoveShow.com. Click on live.
Oh, welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. I forgot I was bringing us.
We were just bouncing.
I forgot you were bringing us back too. That's why I was pointing at you.
I know.
Yeah, good music.
I know.
I love our bumpers.
Yeah.
We need to record a new Rebel Love Show commercial.
I know. It's on the agenda.
Should it be
though.
sexy? Should it be creamy
Yes.
D kind of sexy?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
LRN doesn't have enough of that.
Oh, I
like-
could do like some kind of sexy bedroom giggle.
It's all like
Stephanie
This is-
Murphy's
this
the
is-
only one giving us sex on the radio.
What?
Well,
The
we-
Rebel Love Show is full of sex in it.
I know,
aren't
no,
you?
no,
It's
but
definitely-
And the
With-
seditious siren.
Yes,
it's Stephanie
you're
Murphy.
right.
Yeah, yes.
but I mean with her voice.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
I mean, she works the voice to sound really sexy, and
That's
we're
true,
not
she
we're not
does.
we're not giving the audience that right now. We did a little bit with the meowing at the one part. You
yeah,
did,
I tried to perfect.
So
I mean,
how-
I
so
should
how-
be
but
more
but yeah,
sexy.
the ad should be sexy because it gets a lot of play.
How should we do a sexy commercial? To me
It should be whispering. It should be like you're talking to each other in the bedroom and you're
Welcome the
about to have
Rebel Love
sex.
Show. Oh, okay. I think we can come up with something.
Oh
big.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got
we can
some.
definitely
I got
do
some creative
Yeah.
ideas. That's
Oh,
the come.
yeah, yeah.
I know we keep saying we're gonna do shit, but one day,
it.
soon.
Well, we do shit all the time.
We do shit all the time. I feel like we haven't done anything lately.
Well, we have done. With activism wise.
Yeah. We need to plan
I
something.
consider this show.
What about
activism,
4th of
but-
July?
Yeah, we did the New Hampshire Independence Outreach.
Yeah, but
We
that was
talked
so
to the
long
governor.
ago.
Oh my God! Anyone outside of New Hampshire, listen to what your rebel mistress just said. July 4th was so long ago to have done activism that it doesn't
This
even
month.
count. It doesn't even count.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
was so
where
long
you
ago.
are, is that what's happening?
It's very true. It feels like months ago, but it
That's-
was literally just a couple of weeks
No,
ago.
we usually. I think we usually squeeze more, and we need to do.
Yeah.
something
We
else.
usually try to do something. I
Well,
used to try
we
to do
did
this once a
drunk
week, but-
activism. We had Renee cake a birthday party.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
happy
good.
birthday, to Renee! I haven't
Happy
seen her yet
birthday,
since her
Renee
birthday.
cake. She's
Did
finally.
she get cake?
She got cake from her workers, and she got booze from us.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I should get her cake. She got me cake. It was
yeah,
good.
she
cake.
got everyone cake.
She gets us all cake. Shouldn't she
know.
get?
Oh, yeah. We should have got her a cake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
No.
Wes.
Booze is
we got her a
great.
bunch of booze. We got her a
Booze-
bunch of blue Hawaiians.
Yeah,
If you want a chance
What's that?
with Renee cake, you get her some blue Hawaiians.
just
You
one,
get her some
just half
cigarettes,
of a cup of a Blue
Newports,
Hawaii.
mind you.
She likes Newports.
Oh yeah, and then you also got to bring her a bowl of Chipotle.
And you put a candle on top. And
Oh my
that's her
God, you're
birthday.
golden. You're golden.
So yeah, that was kind of our activism. I like having events where people can get together because but I don't know. We need to do something. I'm ready to get out there.
Well,
We
how
didn't
about-
cop block like all
Well,
summer.
no, we
Like, what
haven't
is
cop
that?
blocked all summer because we have been victorious against the Manch PD. They don't even want to try doing cop blocking anymore
Well, we
because
should
we're
go
always
cop
out
block
there.
other places.
There is one coming up this weekend in Nashua, but it's
Nashua?
Trashua. I don't really want to go down to Trashua. I think it's the cop blocking here is right out our door. We just walk down there.
Whoa! Speaking of cop blocking, have you seen the 3D or the 360 cameras?
Yeah, I watched that earlier off of your
No, I
Facebook
didn't.
page.
Oh my God.
It was taking
So,
too long. I
and-
didn't watch it.
Excuse me, your rebel mistress. I gotta get that straight.
You
Anyway,
better.
I'm working on it.
Trust me, you
So-
better.
All right. So they can do 360 view of a camera now so that they're filming in all possible directions. And the way you watch it, or one way to watch it, is to move your phone or mobile device or tablet around the room in the places where you want to see what's happening. So, if I were recording right now, the camera would be getting everything around me and everything that I could see. And, I would have Rob over here and he's packing a bowl. And then I would move the camera and it wouldn't see him anymore. It wouldn't see this light and this panda that's behind us that the viewers can't see. Then if I were to move it over here, it would see you. And it's exactly like real life in that way. But,
That's
you
cool.
need a 360 screen somehow. So I don't know what the best viewing way. But I was thinking about this application for Cop Block. That's why I started this.
Is that an app that you can download or
No, it's a special camera equipment that they have.
Yeah.
Well, it reminds me a lot of like
Enter the Void? Because that's how
no,
they film that.
No, it reminds me more of Google Street View. So when you go open up Google Maps, you can look all the way around. So it'd be awesome if that was like somehow put into some sort of virtual reality, like
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about
Google
the VR.
Maps should be that.
Well, it already kind of is, but there's
But it's not there yet.
There's a virtual reality that's really big right now that there's people developing for.
Oh.
Facebook just bought them up. The name of it's off the tip of my tongue.
Oculus.
Oculus Rift. Yeah. But imagine like Oculus Rift with like that or like Google Street View. So like literally you put that on, you can look around and
That's
you're
what I
seeing
want
that,
my whole
that
world to
environment.
be. I just want to be. This is what I want. I'm on a treadmill somewhere that goes in 360 directions, and I've got a screen in front of my face, like an Oculus Rift, and I'm just walking around.
Yeah,
and I'm standing in place. I'm just at home, living in a virtual reality, interacting with the rest of the world, not like checking out, but checking in, you know, being able to do so much more because I could be in possibly multiple places at once.
But what if you can like actually teleport like your hologram to that location that you're like walking around in, and be like, it'd be literally like a little like drone with like a you know, cameras all around it.
Yeah,
so you're
Derrick
literally
drone?
walking. You'd be like literally walking around on the other side of the planet because your eyes would see that, and you'd be a hologram of you right there.
Oh my god, I want this.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're going.
Well,
I think we're going to have
I
this.
also see us going to the point where technology like that, you're going to be able to see, you know, if you can record that, people are going to watch it. So people will literally put their glasses on and literally live through your eyes. They already do through your camera. You record all the time.
I record everything.
And how is that any different?
I recorded myself going through the TSA recently. So I think this is going to be a good application for cop blocking, the 360 cameras, because there's always some angle that you're not getting when there's a bunch of police around, or especially in a riot or a protest. Like, what is happening everywhere? I would like to know. You know, I want to have total accountability for everyone.
That's Snapchat. Obviously, you don't follow Luke Gradowski because
Luke Gradowski is like the foremost like Snapchat activist. Like I started following him on Snapchat. It's like every day he's at some sort of rally or like covering something in a different country,
getting maced in the face
and snapping all that. Like 10-second snaps.
Do Snapchats remain? Is there some way to save the videos?
You can save them. You can download the video.
You personally can save, and you can save your story or each video by itself. You can't save someone else's video. You can take a screenshot.
So he's not losing those.
No, he could. Yeah, he could save them.
Okay, that's helpful. Great.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that Snapchat's just disappeared and that the user couldn't use
it. Does somewhat. Think of Snapchat as like
if you're the receiver, they disappear. But
yeah,
if
it's
you're
like Inspector Gadget, and you're sending a message.
Yeah, this message will self-destruct.
I never thought about it like that. It's a great way though.
Yeah. So
can I tell my story about the TSA, though?
Yes.
I was terrified. So one of the things that I like that's kind of kinky, first of all, I've talked about this on Flaming Freedom. I love chastity. I love being tied down. I love restraints of all kinds. And Steven isn't into the chastity thing, which most people aren't. And instead, which I think is a lot more normal seeming, and it could actually be kind of public, is having like this collar looks like a necklace, though, right? I mean, this is like a manly necklace.
You know what?
I think it's hot either way you want to put it.
Yeah, it is. I would have thought that was just a necklace had I not seen the pictures that you posted on Facebook.
What do you mean?
The pictures of you, because I just put two and two together. Like, okay, that's
and can
obviously.
I just say,
it's got a cool padlock on it.
Made me so happy. Like I can't even.
Oh yeah.
I was like.
Yeah, you look like you're glowing.
Like it was that emoji where you put your hands up, like praise to Derrick. Like you're doing it up. Like I didn't even want you to come back, and I love seeing you.
Oh,
I was like, never come back here. Just
if your heart's there, go to that's you look.
I'm going. Yeah. That's the big news. I think that's starting to circulate a little bit. I guess people already know. Yeah, I'm moving to San Francisco like ASAP. I got nothing holding me down here, and that's pretty great. I'm just in the perfect position to just.
Are there a lot of libertarians?
Oh yeah, my plan is to go and make $1 bajillion, and then I can go back and forth to New Hampshire. They've got an airport right there in Keene, so I'll be able to fly, land right there. There's a
how much is a plane ticket to San Francisco?
About $250.
That's not bad.
No, that's pretty cheap.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Or in the future, you can just put your hologram in one of those two places whenever you
want. No, because in one places he can have sex and his hologram.
What if you can have sex in your virtual reality?
Oh, wow.
Oh, what is you? Yeah, you can have. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Like, would it be like a virtual porno that you can watch from home?
I asked about that. So there, one of the great things that Steven and I did in San Francisco this week was go to a futurist dinner where everyone at the dinner, there were like 40 people, are involved in some way on working on preparing for the future. And one lady who was there is a robot psychiatrist. She's the first and only She's a shrink for robots.
Okay, we got to get more into this because
Yeah,
that
I'm
just
I asked
sounds
her-
when we get there.
I
How
asked
did
her
it get
about
to the
sex
dinner?
robots.
Sex robots of the future.
How do we allow sex robots to meaningfully consent? What does that even mean for a robot? Will they consent?
They have
We'll
human
find out.
masters. What?
When we come back from the break. All right, let's smoke.
Woo! I haven't been monitoring the chat very well.
Wait, have you wait, which one is your boyfriend? Is Steven Delgado? The regular Steven.
Just that's all. It's just Steven.
I only see Steven Zeller and Steven Delgado.
Then it's Steven Zeiler. Okay. Hey, do you have Skype open? Maybe you could take calls. You could open the Flaming Freedom line if you want.
No,
Why not?
I don't want. I don't want this to be a call-in show.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
True.
Why are you so against it?
this would make for a good radio, not in my opinion. I like having guests in front of each
Oh,
other
yeah.
because there's always like a delay with callers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on the show. Like, I don't want this to be a call-in show style show where like Free Talk Live is. It's not really the format of the show.
Well, what about Cody's show?
His show is kind of that format. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess we could open it up at one point, but
Your pop filter's falling.
but it's not really my thing.
And welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. I hate these chairs Dale has. Like, you can't even see any of my boobs in here. I'm like 3 feet tall.
Well, you can probably raise the chair up.
I can't. I've tried. This is as far as it goes. I literally have to like sit on my knees.
Well, in
I
all
wanna be seen.
consolation, babe, everyone's already seen them anyways. After
Oh,
Fourth of
that's-
Fest, so they don't need to
that's-
see anymore.
What?
Did you just say that to me? I'm so disappointed in you. Anyway, my boobs are great and they are
they're
special
fantastic.
gifts.
They're
So
fantastical.
even if you did see them, you know, everyone wants a second look. So my boobs are magnificent.
Oh, this there, babe. I know.
And there have been articles written about them, multiple.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
you can
wow.
shut
No,
your
no,
goddamn mouth
Hey, FYI, I was mentioning both of those articles as well.
as my naked flesh pole.
I know, and I very much enjoy being your naked flesh pole. Very much so.
Babe, we're a good team. Anyway, before we left, I think we were.
I asked about robots and consent.
Well, you
right.
said you were at a future. First of all, let's slow down. To any normal person, when you
Singularities.
say
What are you talking
you
about
are
is
just
singularity.
at a conference for people who are planning for the future. What's the name of this conference?
Is this a prepper gathering of
Like, what?
sorts?
What is this?
I know the name. Let me think.
I know what you're talking about, though. It's a bunch of futurist people that, you know, they're trying to, what they think the future will be like in just a few years or 10 years or 20 or 30 years and how
Yeah.
society
That makes
can
me
adapt
think
to it.
there's like this secret underground group.
No, it's not secret.
and
it's
they have
public.
like a
Very public.
quill type
We're-
organization.
No,
where
it
they
was
all
t-
meet
Trust
and
me.
hang out.
No, it was totally
No.
out in the open. The restaurant was telling us to be quiet. They were like, "No, there are other guests here." You know, like, but we were there to like talk about what each other's expertise is, what we're interested in. A lot of people talking about colonizing Mars,
Nice.
travel to other places in space, longevity, talking about like extending people's lives, and one man said that, you know, why do men die earlier than women? If we could, he thought that it had something to do with human connection and the connections they have later in life, but
I think
he
it has
said,
to do that you guys don't have menstrual cycles because like we've suffered our whole life. We should get to live longer.
No, I just think it's because the suffering that we handle on the from women when
as
you're on
we
their
age?
no, when you're on your menstrual cycles.
Over the years. Okay.
well,
Fair enough. Might be true.
either way, he said that you could save 275,000 lives a year just by extending, you know, men's lives to the age of women or whatever, you know, just like getting to parity there, something like that, you know, like we need to extend our lives.
I want to send everyone's lives to
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are even people talking about that. So it was really cool. But part of it was just, you know, meeting out in the open. But another part was having conversations with people at the table. And this is one of the things that I really liked, where we were talking about meeting someone and not having to convince them of a philosophy. But Stephen was just like owning at this table where these statists, you know, there was this one guy across the Way who worked for the government and said that the government needed to exist because what if you live in a very rural area and you need to send a letter and the internet isn't working for some reason, it goes out, and there's no FedEx in your area. So we need the government. And he was like so laughable. That was one of his
I think I read that status.
The argument was about literally postage.
Yeah.
Not how funny that is to an anarchist about Alexander Spooner.
Right.
You know, it's like, no, there would be competition. You put that out of competition by, you know, going to the Supreme Court and whatnot. So, like, it's kind of funny for a government person.
Well,
and they probably don't even know the backstory.
Will you explain Lysander Spooner?
Lysander Spooner was a anarchist back in the 1800s. Back then, he's wrote a lot of different things. The Constitution of No Authority is probably the thing that made me let go of the Constitution. Highly recommend reading that.
But what was his story?
His story was because in the U.S. Constitution, I forget which. It's in Article 1, Section 8. I forget which number it is. But in the Constitution, a document written, you know, hundreds of years, you know, 200 plus years ago by men long since dead, a contract that somehow binds to my existence. However, the post office is a monopoly. Like, the U.S. government has sole authority to do postage. So he created competition to the government, started his own postal service, and was charging less than what the government was on stamps.
Yeah, like a third.
Yeah. And they ran him out. They went to the Supreme Court, I believe, right? Is that I forgot exactly how that story ends up, but the government stopped them completely.
I think they made it illegal to do what he was doing.
They made it illegal compete with the post office. Yeah. Well, you can compete, to my knowledge,
not for letters.
Yeah, or they can't. You can't undercut the government or something like that.
Okay,
maybe
I don't know. I don't know
sure.
the intricacies.
It's been,
but I know the story is that the government shut down his postal service, which was delivering mail to people 3 times a day in the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a simple system of you're going somewhere. Oh, okay, we have a contact person there. Hey, would you mind if you're going to Boston? I'm just dropping this over at this place. I'll give you this amount of money. And it worked out that they could do that cheaper. It's almost like an Uber for mail back in the 1800s when you think about it. So,
and the government's trying to put Uber out of business all the time too. For
it's just like
the government contracts they have with taxi.
Lock everything
companies
down. Keep everything the same. You know, like don't change, don't innovate. That was one of the things that was so surprising. Sitting at this table of futurists, you know, people who you would think are focusing on new ideas, and they were still talking about roads. You know, we're cracking up.
It's like where we're going, we don't need roads. You know?
Yeah. So it was just fun spitballing a little bit with the other people at the table, trying the against me argument. Are you familiar?
No, I'm not. What is against me?
The against me argument is something Stefan Molyneux gave a speech about at a Liberty Forum a few years ago.
That was before my time.
Yeah. It's the idea that instead, like, people who want to argue about the necessity of government, they want to drag you into these hypothetical scenarios and these wondrous examples of, oh, well, what if there's no FedEx and the internet's down? Crazy examples. Well, instead, draw it back to what it's really about. Ask them about me. What will you do to me if I disobey?
Yeah.
You know? And just bring it to that, because that's the ultimate question. That's what you're getting at anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
you gotta just get right down to it.
Yeah. So if you're willing to use, he starts out by saying, look, I would never dream of using force against you to live my way.
He's just okay with someone stealing money from somebody else to hire someone to do exactly that in his name. Basically.
I don't know.
That's a really deep way to look at it.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he's not willing to do it, but he's okay with someone else doing it, who's a government official that in a government in
So
a
okay,
organization
can I
that
freeze?
he
What
supports.
if he so I'm just curious. What if he is okay with someone else doing it and hiring someone else to do it for him? Does that make it okay if it's not a government official, it's a paid assassin or whatever?
Well, in his eyes, it would be no because it's
No, in
it's
your
involved-
eyes, I'm asking.
Oh,
though.
my eyes, there's no difference. In
There's
his
no
eyes, there
difference.
would be. In my eyes, there isn't.
Okay.
Yeah, like theft is theft. Force is force. Aggression is aggression. No matter who does it, just because they have the government behind them or not, doesn't somehow give them legitimacy to do so.
So you're against hitmen, is basically what you're saying.
Unless it's in self-defense.
Well
What did Kickstarter just say?
wow, I was like so high. So someone said
Yeah,
if we get flying cars that people will drive drunk into third-story buildings, and I'm like,
we have AI.
First of all,
Mike Finger just sent me a friend request, but it looks like Mike Vine.
oh, are we
gonna
going
go
to
smoke?
the Free Coast Festival?
You want to?
When is that?
The Free Coast Festival. Oh, I guess we're not smoking. We're smoking
When?
in the house. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the volume down. The Free Coast Festival is September or something. It's $25 for 3-day tickets. I looked at their schedule. It looks like shit. It's like Praxium level. It's like what happens at the Praxium, like fun like showings. The only thing that looks cool is there's a small cruise which is sold out. The cruise is like a smaller boat, and they go out into the Atlantic and come back. But
What? I think that's cool.
No,
Hey,
it is cool.
they're
Our cruise is
making
pretty
something.
Cool. Yeah, it is cool. The bar crawl, the pub crawl looks fun. We went to that last year. Well, we crashed it last year. We didn't buy a ticket.
Oh,
I think that's why I pissed off Mike Vine, or he just thinks I'm dirty.
I see, babe.
Why-
You're trying to build
why
a
wouldn't you-
reputation as an asshole.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you buy a ticket?
Why didn't you buy a ticket?
I didn't have the money. I was dirt poor at the time.
Oh, why
Aw.
didn't
And
you
I
explain
I
that?
couldn't afford it. And on top of that, I couldn't get off of work. So I literally went there just for the Friday night. And I couldn't go there Saturday. I couldn't go there Sunday. And they didn't have a ticket for just the pub crawl.
Oh, they didn't?
No, I didn't want
Oh.
to pay like $50 to just go have drinks with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and we
alright.
didn't
And it's
get
not like it was
we
like
didn't
at a
get-
location. It's out in public.
we didn't get any of the specialty things either. Like we didn't get the pub crawl tickets. We paid for all our drinks in full.
Yeah.
So
We didn't get discount. We didn't take any
it
of the
was
free
like we were
drinks.
just tagging along.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But it's you said something about how you think Mike Vine didn't like you because of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, there's a moment where
maybe you could explain it to him.
There's a moment when
I don't
Carla
think
was
so.
handing us a token for a free drink, and Mike Vine's sitting there. Carla was Derrick was handing it to you, babe.
Yeah, but
And then
Carla
she goes,
really
"Oh, they don't."
likes
And,
me.
and then Mike Vine's like, "Well, they can't use that."
Oh,
And she's like, "Why not? They don't have wristbands."
And then she gave
They
me a
don't
drink.
have
And then she got and then Carla went and got her a drink
And
anyways.
then Carla, the queen of the Free State Project, went and got me a drink with her ticket.
Oh,
'Cause
that's so
she was
nice of her.
nice.
She
I like
was
Carla
being
a lot. Yeah.
Nice. She was
She's
trying to be
always
nice.
to me. I love her. She's so sweet. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I don't know. I like her. I think she's a sweet person.
Mike just had a temporary pass of judgment.
But he removed me from the Free Coast group.
Yeah.
multiple times.
And-
What?
And
People would
didn't he
add
block
me. People
you?
would. Yeah, he's blocked me, and multiple people have tried to add me into the Free Coast Fest because we go out to Portsmouth from time to time. I'd like to meet up with other Free Coasters on
But
the
this is
coast,
what I
and
don't
that's the
like.
group to do that.
It's-
And like
it's
to say, hey, I'm
like-
out there.
Can I just add? He's like, when you do that in a group, like just because you don't disagree with someone, that it's not your decision to hinder everyone else in the entire Free Coast from deciding if they like him or not.
Yeah, like he's playing
Like he's
God
saying,
over in his little
I
kingdom
don't
because
like
he
him,
owns
so
that
now
Facebook
he's
group.
out.
I've never
of
had
the
any
Facebook
drama
group.
with free coasters. I've never had any issues with any free coasters. There's free coasters out there that I like. Vince is one of them. You know, so it's a little upsetting where like he's trying to block my entrance or fear of influence out there just because he won't let me be in a group. I know that sounds weird and Facebooky.
No, I don't think so. I think that's like how we meet people. Like, and welcome. Oh, you go for
all
it,
right.
babe.
I'm sorry, baby.
I don't know.
Welcome back to Rebel Love Show. And we kind of both jumped. We got to get the social cues down a little bit better, babe. Well, that's probably more me than you. So I had an interesting encounter this morning. So this is the beauty of like living in Manchester if you're a free stater. All right. So I'm at work. I don't want to say where I work on air. But so I'm helping a customer. I kind of work sales and they said they just moved. So like I'm telling them like, look, I just moved like a year and a half ago. Can I give you some tips about New Hampshire and like, you know, kind of like be that like opening hand, like, hey, I know what it's like just to move here, even though they're not a free. I didn't know they were free there and vice versa. So we didn't know.
Yeah.
And then finally like the wife kind of goes, who's not like a hardcore libertarian, maybe she is, I don't know. But she didn't have like the social. You don't like come straight out when you're out in public. You don't say like, "Oh, I'm a free stater," blah blah blah. Like to someone you never met.
Who you or the other
I wouldn't
person?
do that. I wouldn't do that if I moved. I don't do that. Hell, I've never even come out of that at work yet.
What do you say when people ask if you're a free stater? Does
no
that
one's
happen?
actually ever asked me if I am a free stater.
Okay.
No one's ever asked me that.
All right.
Yeah. Well, actually, take it back. My old job. That actually it didn't get asked, but they figured it out.
So when people ask why you moved here, what do you say?
I tell them it was a reset on my life. That I didn't like where I was living. I spent too much of my life there, and I wanted to go live an adventure somewhere else. And that I had a couple of friends that lived out here already. So I
which isn't necessarily true. You're kind of lying.
No, that's absolutely
that's
true.
great.
You want to know what
awesome.
I say
Yeah.
I came out here because I really like liberty. And it was the whole political aspect of living in New Hampshire and just live free or die. And I try to be as free as possible. And people are like, you are a beautiful 22-year-old hippie.
Oh.
Yeah, but see, it's easier for you to say it like that when I'm this white guy with a beard. Well, now I have a beard. Like it's a different image. Like,
you
look
can't
innocent.
be scared.
Look, you got this blonde hair and flowers in your hair, and you tilt your head a little and you smile and you look all innocent. I don't look innocent. I don't look like that. So I got to sugarcoat. And I'm not saying anything. I
am innocent. It's not about looking innocent.
Well, on top of that, I'm not saying anything that's dishonest or distruthful.
I guess
like that really is why I moved. Like,
but you shouldn't be so ashamed
I am
of
using
liberty,
this as a reset button on my life.
You shouldn't be so ashamed of liberty. It can't be just a tip. Like you gotta stick that whole thing in sometimes. Like you gotta people. No, they can't. What are they? Only thing they can do is judge you on the political aspect of your life. Like you don't have to say, "Yeah, I'm a hardcore motherfucking anarchist. I go out and cop block every Friday." You just say, "I'm into liberty. I'm into being free." Most people won't ask you more questions than that, especially in that kind of situation. People make their judgments of you, and then they'll judge you based on how they see you from here on out. That's why you can just continuously be the person you are, and maybe one day they'll see you in your natural stance or circumstance, and they'll put it together, and that'll make sense for them. And I mean, that's how I try to look at it.
Well, for me,
my boss asked me about your Bitcoin card the other day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Did you tell her it was the
first I told her
about Bitcoin?
It was my big boss, the guy.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, so what's up with Bitcoin?" I was like, "Oh, well, this and this." And then he said, "But so are you saying you use that?" And I'm telling him, "Yeah, that was the first card bought with Bitcoin." He was amazed.
Whoa.
There's Bitcoin ATMs all throughout here. We use it in person on a daily basis. We pay for our vacation in Bitcoin.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he was shocked, and he was like, And he left very curious and interested.
I will talk about my life what am I? Not everything, you know. I'm not going to go about how I'm on the board for the foundation for New Hampshire
But you
Independence or
tell them
anything.
all your poly information.
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
okay, if I can't talk about like my,
Well,
if I
he
cannot,
tells
I'm
everyone
openly
at work
poly at
that
work.
he's
Oh yeah, I'm
poly
openly
and
poly.
everything.
There's moments where both
You're a
Anne,
poly activist.
there's moments where
But he's not a liberty
and
activist.
Amy would walk in and bring me coffee or lunch together from time to time. Like they both would come in at the same time, like and in front of like my coworkers.
So you're like okay with that, which is
Absolutely.
just as weird as someone saying, you know, they're anarchists. Like I don't understand that. I do not get that.
They're not
For
gonna,
me, it's
they're
like
not
the
gonna
other way
judge-
around.
they're
People
not-
will be more okay with you being in a different political stance than they'll be okay with, yeah, I have like 2 girlfriends, a girlfriend and a boyfriend. Like that's something you don't tell people.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because that,
Well,
especially
you're telling
that's
me,
your,
you're telling me
that's
That's
super-
not business.
you're
that's
telling me
super
it's-
personal.
Yeah.
But you talk about your, you know, people talk about their like their wife or their son, or they talk about their person. If I can't talk about like my
So why
philosophical
can't you talk
views,
about liberty that way?
you know, that's which is like half my life here.
Oh my
you know,
God.
or at least a quarter.
Can
But
you
being
bug yourself?
polyamorous is part of that.
Can I
You
bug
bug yourself.
myself?
Yeah,
at work?
yeah. I want to hear what it's like in a normal day with
I
Rob.
know.
This is why we need a reality TV
Well,
show.
in my normal day, I just crossed 2 people that will probably be recurring guest stars in our like reality, which is really weird. It's like whenever like people from this world somehow cross that threshold into my day job, so it always just feels like they're so like separate. So, you know, like I go there, the people I only see them there. I don't ever see them anywhere else. I just see them there. So like that's work, and then I come here. You know what I'm saying? It's fascinating when they enter into that. But
Well, I just think you're so shady in that if you're gonna be open about being polyamorous, I think you should be open. You know, you shouldn't sugarcoat being a libertarian because I don't see the difference between
no, I
the two.
don't
They're both
sugarcoat being a
acts of-
libertarian.
Yes, you do. You can sugarcoat it to your job.
No, I sugarcoat being a voluntarist or an anarchist. I don't sugarcoat being a libertarian.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I mean full fledged though.
Well, I really don't talk much about, except for there's a couple people I do, but
You were like,
they're already
you
kind of
don't.
like on
It's
the
like you don't
wavelength.
want people
Doesn't
to
the
find
word
out.
libertarian just kind of do it though?
Yeah, people
I mean,
already
yeah.
go
It
to
works-
it. They know.
It works
They
for
know.
the
Not for
mainstream.
libertarians, but for people that are not
Yeah,
libertarians.
but it's a dog whistle.
They know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that? Like it's something that when you say it, the people who know hear it,
Yeah.
and everyone else just thinks it's some normal phrase. You know,
yeah.
oh, I'm a libertarian. That means anarchist.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Like we're not
But-
joking around here, but I'm sure they know, especially when they see the Bitcoin, especially when they see like the flower child, like they know all of this stuff anyway. They know it's going on. They have
I
social
don't-
media. It's not just like
Wait,
unaware to
you're
them.
telling-
They
you-
see these crazy motherfuckers standing on the street with signs saying "avoid cops." They know that's us.
Kent
They
State.
don't know that all that is us. They're not. It's like someone's trying to like figure out some sort of formulation of like insider things that make us in this scene.
They know.
and put that two and two together.
No,
That's
there
all
are
like
things.
anarchist
How many
volunteers.
people do you see driving around with Free Talk Live stickers?
We did run into someone that had an
Exactly.
LRN.FM bumper sticker the other
You
day.
know when
Nice.
it's a pork. It's
I
just
have no
like
idea who that guy was.
it's
dude.
just like in Keene
Yeah.
with the free. What are they? Stop free Keeners. Like those
Yeah.
people know who you guys are. People in Manchester will know who you are. They've heard of the Free Steak Project. I guarantee you. There's
Oh, no, there's
way too
definitely
much.
people that have. Yes,
Exactly.
That's why
Oh.
I don't talk about it that much sometimes because I don't know. I
Oh.
mean, look, there's like case in point, like my job is trying to unionize, so there's some liberals in the store, possibly. I don't know, but like I don't want to be a social. I don't want like politics or anything like that to come into my job.
Yes, but you can
Oh,
talk about
man.
polyamory just fine.
Oh yeah, that's
That
sex
makes
and
no
love.
sense.
I can talk about love all day long.
No sense. Are we smoking this break? How long we got?
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm-
smoke, but I want
All
to say
right,
one
I'm
thing,
gonna
babe.
chill. I'm gonna
How do you
hang out
not
with the chat room.
expect me to talk about it when you and Amy walk in and bring me lunch and coffee and stuff like that?
How
And
you?
you both kiss me in front of my coworkers. Like, how am I supposed to like
Oh,
not
well, of
explain
course.
this to like my coworkers?
You had been explaining it anyway, so you just wanted
well,
to
then
point
you're
that
just
out.
you're just
You-
aiding and abetting,
See,
I guess.
big
at this
head,
point.
big head over here. Rob Mathias.
What does that mean?
I mean, she's
exploding
putting
head.
me into that. How am I not supposed to have to talk about that at work?
You drive up with the Bitcoin car. What? How are you not supposed to talk about that at work?
I do sometimes. I've talked about Bitcoin, but I don't say why I talk about Bitcoin.
Exactly. That should. Oh,
Let's go
I'm
smoke.
done.
God
I'm
damn
done
it.
talking.
I'm gonna hang out with the chat room. Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna get water too.
We come back at what time? 31, 32, 33.
That was quick. Where'd you get the water?
I didn't get any. I don't know where to get any. Oh wait, Dale has
Fridge?
sodas. Yeah.
Steep.
Oh, nice.
You mean
Can I
pop?
have one? No, he means soda.
Oh, is that where you're from? It's soda.
Pop. Yeah.
He doesn't have a Bitcoin QR code up there,
We can
unfortunately.
He is
share.
such a bad
We can
anarchist.
share, Derrick.
Someone needs to tell him.
Share with me.
You want some?
Babe, I thought you're trying to,
It's seltzer.
I'm thirsty. This is like too thick or something. It didn't taste really bad. It was a really bad one. Tastes like she put fake sugar in it.
Okay, orange vanilla.
Ugh.
Yeah.
God, that does taste horrible.
Pomegranate, raspberry lime, Dasani, or Coca-Cola.
I do not have on enough makeup. Take a picture with me and Derrick. Come on, let's do something.
No, I can't do that. She's the rebel mistress. You
I have to dominate.
have to dominate me.
Oh, yeah, grab this collar. There we go. Move that chair. Move that chair. It's in the way.
Oh,
This
wait,
has
I
to be a
should be
face
looking
shot.
at you.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Oh, yeah.
You should have guessed it. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay, we should get a normal one.
Babe, a normal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I need to just coin this out.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And we're talking about cop blocking and coming out as an anarchist and all that jazz. All I'm saying is, I got to talk about what my life is like. Like, I came out as like I do a radio show, and I requested like the weekend off for Hemfest, and how I'm in a triad or was, and I'm polyamorous and all that jazz. Like, I talk about my normal life.
Are you going to seek another partner now that you've left your triad?
Wow, that's a
This is deep.
that's a deep question.
Am I going to seek?
Yeah. Like,
If
is
it
there a hole
presents
missing
itself-
now that you don't have a 3?
It's not between us. Like nothing comes between us.
No.
We love each other.
Yeah.
Um.
And we have a pact too. Like, if we
Don't
ever
you think
got
that's
into a triad-
intimidating for new
Yeah.
people? Like,
Yeah.
you
well,
guys
we
are
want
so
someone
strong
who
as a...
feels the love.
Uh-huh.
We want someone
Right.
who blends in with us and can be part of the crew. I never felt like Amy was part of the crew.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Yeah.
a crew, babe. We're tight knit.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
We make friends for life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand. Yeah.
but I don't know. We're just very loving people, and I would like to find another
And so would I.
lady who's into liberty and
A lady
free.
only? Rob, you're not open to a fella?
You'd have to be the right fella. But no, it had to be a woman.
Wait, you date a guy?
No.
He said
Wait,
yes.
you said if it was the right fellow.
Yeah, if like I've said before, like I'm straight, but like my life has
I'm
changed
straight, but
so much that I can't predict in the future that at some point my life could be different. But no, I am
You are into
straight.
guys?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying in the future, like I couldn't
I'm very
predict that my
confused.
I know, me
couldn't
too.
even
I don't
predict
know.
that my life was even this to begin with. Like my life has changed so much in the last 5 years that I can't predict what my life would be. That's all
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
I just feel like the prospect of other guys is like trying to fit extra clothes into a stuffed suitcase.
Whoa.
I'm pretty good on the sausage fest.
Yeah,
You don't
I
want
take
more
care of her.
dicks?
I don't want more dicks. I got the perfect dick. I got my dick. Pretty good dick. Awesome dick. So I'd like a vagina.
I like more dicks.
Yeah, no, I can get that. I can understand the need for more dicks, but I just don't have that I don't know. Maybe if the right guy came along and he made me go, but I can't see that happening. But woman, yes. And she has to be wild and free because we're wild and free people, and we need people who just don't give a fuck. If we say let's drive to Florida tonight, they'd be like, okay, we're down.
Yeah, I know. Like, we live a very hectic life, and we don't plan that much stuff out, and we like just live every day. Yeah,
and we don't second guess it. We just when we make a plan, we stick to it. And I think that is just because we want to live as free as possible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like we're very confident people, and we do us, and we own like our.
So I need a badass libertarian chick I can go cop block with.
But are you seeking one, or that's just the requirements if you ever
Derrick,
come across one?
I know I don't know how long it takes you, but we literally just broke up. So after you break up with someone, do you just hop on Tinder or do you give it a
No.
See, I don't know. It's gonna take you a little while.
I've been skimming OKC.
You
and
have?
Tinder a
How
bit
long?
Beforehand.
Ah, nice. So before we broke up, you were looking. You were like, nah.
When she's
what?
When she went out on one date after we were already together that one morning.
Oh,
remember?
when did that happen?
That with the guy.
No, I remember, but was that before or after Porkfest?
That was I think that was before, but that was just a sign. And then after that, with the whole the other one that was supposed to happen but didn't type of thing that I knew, but she didn't know.
Oh
that
yeah,
I knew.
she went on 2 other dates.
Yeah. So
while she was with us. Like no, like literally in our house though. It was
what?
What?
Did
like
you
not
say that
in
was
our
okay?
house, but she went like from our house. Like she was staying with us, and she went on the dates, and then she'd come back.
Oh well, that's different.
That's different.
But now it's kind of still weird because like if you're gonna go do your own thing, don't come back.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, it was weird, and I mean. We're polyamorous, but it is all about respecting your partner's time.
You think you would only want her to sleep with you guys?
No, but it's about respecting your partner's time.
Like
if you say you're gonna spend a Saturday, we're gonna spend a Saturday together, then we're gonna spend a Saturday together. That's not we're gonna spend a Saturday together and go on 2 dates in between that Saturday and we never see you.
Oh,
yeah, it's more
Yeah.
so like I've had multiple girlfriends at the same time, and one thing I would always do is I made sure I dedicated time to that person. Like I put them in the calendar, their schedule, like not to like make it all sound like that, but like I made sure it was dedicated to the partners that I had. So like I always made sure I spent a couple of days each time, like sometime during the week with each person. My time is very finite, but I made sure they knew that I was putting all that time and effort to to be there.
To seeing them, yeah.
And when we're only seeing her like once or twice a week, like
wow.
Yeah.
Near the end.
Yeah. I don't know.
How did you show?
I felt like that was weird.
How did you show it? You spent the time with them. Personally.
How would I show them?
Yeah.
We would always, plan out something to do for the following time.
And we just spend the whole day together.
Yeah.
It's all about spending time with the person you want to be with.
Yeah.
And she didn't get that. Like she didn't get that at all. Like she'd come during the night. Even if we have like a 2 minutes of time in the morning, we will cuddle the hell away for that 2 minutes together.
Look at you.
We spend almost we'll cuddle so long in bed, like before like we actually have to get up and get dressed.
Yeah, it's hard every morning. And
love that.
it wasn't like that with her. It was just like, okay, she'd sleep there, she'd get up. If Rob would go to work and then she'd leave, and I'm like, well, I've worked for like 5 more hours.
It
And
sounds like, okay, so wait a minute. Now I'm filled with the questions about how did she ever get into the thing in the
wasn't- it
first
didn't
place?
start
It
like
sounds
that.
like it.
I
It
feel like
sounds
she
like
just
if you
fell
wake up
into
in the
it.
morning and you're a lump, then where did it begin? How
Because
did that?
I really have no idea. She literally came from being married to in a triad to being married,
Whoa.
and that was the only person she had ever slept
So
with.
which one of you was like, we need this triad?
We both are.
Yeah, we both are into dating other women. So
Okay, so
this
this was just the first.
is the
of-
first time we've been in a triad. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
first
But
effort,
the same-
pass.
Well, it's
No,
not so much
that's,
that.
that's what
like,
we
lesson.
want. That
Let's-
is the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
I
we would
think.
love to be in a triad. It's beautiful not having to worry about scheduling issues.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
we can
God.
all. We love spending time with each other, and we
Yeah.
want to. That was nice.
I don't want
too.
to take
we
away
didn't have
time.
To break
I
our
don't want
time.
to take time away
You
from
know,
spending
she's
from her.
out there.
Oh, I know.
You think so? I
yeah.
hope so. Can you see her? I hope she's badass and like beautiful and blonde, or
no,
not
purple hair.
purple
Purple hair.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
with tattoos
cool.
and
Lots of
piercings
tattoos.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I hope one day we find
And
her.
cannot be taller than me. That's a huge requirement.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
I'll prefer her to be maybe like a couple inches taller than.
How
me, in
tall are
fact.
you?
Why?
6
Am I
foot.
too short for you?
No, you're not too short for me.
You said why did
Yeah,
she have to
in
be
between-
a
in
couple
between.
inches
I want to have. I
taller
want to
than
have
me?
like staggered. I want to be like. I don't want.
You want to be like AT&T towers? I don't understand.
I don't know. What it's you're going super specific. I'd be fine if she was your height. I'm not saying that's not the case.
How tall is your rebel mistress?
No.
She is
Oh.
giving me the death glare. She's at least. Oh, she's 5'1".
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways.
So anyway, I don't know. It was just a lot of red flags anyway. But I think we both really wanted a triad, and we both still do want a triad, but a person who's a good fit. And I think a lot of that for me, she's gonna have to be liberty oriented. I mean, I already got a few
Yes.
prospects.
Okay. Case in point, though, babe. All right. I met you, and I didn't know you'd be on the same wavelength over
But
there. But you weren't in the liberty movement. Like, you
I
learned
wasn't-
a lot.
I didn't have to be in the liberty movement, but Jesus,
Yeah.
man, at least a hippie. She like
Yeah.
none of this. It was just this
Yeah.
cookie cutter shit. Like at least a BDSM person or something. Like I want to have kinky fucking sex.
Yeah.
the time.
I'm
Oh my
not
God.
saying I ain't down for that.
Can I tell you
don't
guys?
want to have 1980s threesomes.
Oh my God,
We gotta get some cocaine for that.
See,
guys.
it would even make it so much more exciting. What are you
Yes,
gonna say?
you're saying, Derrick.
I went to the Citadel, and this kink palace, and the armory. It's
Was
it's
this
an
in
old
San Francisco?
yes. It's an old military base, like where they used to have soldiers train and live, and it's now converted into a kink palace, multiple floors, where they shoot porn for 29 different websites, all BDSM.
Good way to end it right at that moment. Like you did it great. Your radio professionality shined in that moment because I had the LRN volume way too low. I apologize about that. I forgot to bring it back up. Oh yeah, smoke.
Whee! No. Hello. Yeah. Are you okay? Got it.
Did we make it?
Yeah.
Wow. We made it. Baby made me fall.
Might get the door. Sorry.
You need to learn how to say please to people.
Please.
And thank you, sir. Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And we were just on a quick smoke break.
I got locked out of the goddamn studio by someone at this table.
Well, I know in the last off the air live, Renee and Cody were late, and there was like 3 seconds of dead
there was
air.
like that air for like 30 seconds to a minute because they were out smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
They
that
weren't
switch
smoking
it-
the good stuff though, so doesn't count.
Doesn't that end up switching into Free Talk Live or something? But
No,
like-
it was just
No,
nothing.
because it was just dead air because the he's still connected to the network.
Oh,
so
no.
yeah.
Wow.
We
Yeah.
almost had that.
Yeah, almost. I fell.
No,
I
we're
saved
all
the
right.
pot though, so
Oh, right.
that's
Well,
all that matters.
You
What
know,
were we talking about before we left off? I think Derrick J was explaining how he
Citadel,
was getting
yes.
fucked in a sex dungeon.
oh my gosh. No,
in
no,
a
no.
palace.
No, it was so I wasn't doing any of the fucking in this place. I was more voyeuristic in both places, but I signed up to be a part of their club, so I'd like to join in, but I wasn't ready to just jump in first.
No wonder you want to move to San Francisco. That's fucking awesome.
It was crazy.
And
oh my god!
when you have sex with everyone there, you're not like in their Eskimo family tree. Like you're not ever gonna see them again. You just have great sex.
You might
Yeah.
see them again.
I would see them more as like adult playmates.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're like, we're playing.
That sounds pretty good though. I mean, it just sounds like San Francisco had a lot to offer. Is there anything
Oh my
that
God, yeah, there
Keene
was
or New
this-
Hampshire can do to improve?
No,
to get
there's nothing
more-
that could shine a light on this. It was so I was at the Door Alley Festival, which is just an alley and a crossroads on Folsom Street. I don't know if you've ever heard of Folsom Street.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the Folsom Street Fair, which is a big thing. Lots of people outside engaging in kinky whippings, pissing on each other, public.
Oh wow.
It's everything. Out the streets are closed down, and it's thousands of guys mostly, just like naked and having sex, and but there are also
Wait, they were
cleaner
having
parts
sex in the streets?
of it.
Like literally sticking it in?
There were people. No, I did not see any sex happening in the street at the Door Alley Festival.
Not even the tip?
But I've seen pictures of the Folsom Street Fair, and there most certainly is some copulation.
Copulation. Wow.
But so one of the coolest parts was that anyone can take a tour of this place called the Armory, which is an old government building that housed soldiers at one point. And there's a bathhouse, and all of the rooms have been converted into kinky rooms. So there's a sci-fi one. There's the upper room. Have you ever heard of kink.com? I mean, you guys are into BDSM.
What's in the sci-fi room?
I don't know. I should show you the pictures.
We are, but we're not active, not nearly enough.
We need to be.
What? You don't watch kinky porn?
We have, not as much. We need to. We will, babe. And you're looking at me.
Yeah, we don't. It's like activism. We never do enough.
Yeah, we're slacktivists sometimes. We're kinkstivists. Or slack kink.
Are you on? Do you know about the app called Recon?
No.
That's what everyone was asking me at this place. They were like, "Are you on Recon?" And I have heard of it. It's a place where people can. It's basically find each other if they're into kink. It's like another dating app, but with BDSM.
Really?
Is it New Hampshire?
No, it's everywhere.
Is it just gay or is it for straight people as well?
I think it's for straight people as well.
You said that last time about Grindr, so I don't know. We need to check that out.
Oh no, Grindr's not.
I know.
Grindr's just for guys.
I know.
Sorry if I said that. That was wrong. But
Recon, you need to write that down, babe.
I have not.
I meant to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, there were swings. There was a guy doing suspension, tying a boy up in rope, and then hanging him and spinning him. There was whippings and rope play. There was like boards where people could get tied down. There were all kinds of suspension hooks all over the place. It was a real dungeon. That it was like a private club that people could be a part of, and can be a part of.
That's
so like,
awesome.
What a cool freedom. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's one of the freedoms that I would talk about. Like that, New Hampshire. That like one of the things that I would seek. I'm seeking freedom. You know what I mean? Like that's why I came here. And there's certainly freedom in a lot of ways, but I'm seeking those other kinds of freedom, and exploring that.
It's all about what makes you happy at the end of the day.
Yeah,
that's all it's about, and it's great seeing you so happy and excited. He walked in and he was glowing.
Yeah,
he's been glowing.
He was
just
glowing
so happy.
through Facebook, and he's glowing in front of our presence. Yeah,
and though we want everyone to move to Manchester, New Hampshire specifically.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull them all the way to San Francisco. I want to start the new gay anarchist order.
Oh, that's what you should call it.
The new gay
Shouldn't it be a
anarchist
disorder? How can it be order under?
Because it's a joke
anarchy.
on the New World Order.
Oh, okay.
But all right, maybe it doesn't work then.
Maybe
so
you guys
you
can think of something, and then you'll have like your own liberty on the.
No, I don't.
rocks.
I want I want the Liberty gays to be connected for some reason. I don't know why I feel this compulsion to connect everyone.
In your experience, with the amount of gays people that you meet, how many of them are like liberty minded in regards to like how we think?
It just depends on the person.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, it's like the people that I mean, the most gay people I know are anarchists. So it's kind of like for me, like I always like to the point where I assume that they should be.
I don't know. I just don't know the answer to that.
Okay. I don't know. I just figured that, like, just curious, like how in that scene, how often, how many.
I mean, I think it depends on the person and what they're all about. But I also think you can sense that freedom in a person. I felt like I sensed it in you before I knew what you were all about, and you obviously sensed it in me.
Yeah.
That's what made you so open to just lay it all out there. And I think you were trying to brag or something, but.
What was I trying to brag about? How did I do that?
You were just like, oh, I'm cool.
That's how I did it.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to hear your story of how we were laying on that dorm room floor. That's
Why
when-
do you like this door? Back to the dorm room floor. That makes me so uncomfortable just thinking about
Why?
it.
That was
It
our
was-
first
it
hookup.
was
That was
so
the first time we met each other.
Because I was in college and I was an RA, and he was
What?
so inappropriate.
You were an RA?
Yeah,
Did you bust anyone?
I didn't bust anyone. I smoked a lot of weed with the residents
Oh.
and drank a lot. But when I was in the summer with the kids, like no. But if they
With
leave,
the kids.
yeah, they were younger. Came from all over the world.
What are they, campers? What
They were there to learn English, but really just get drunk for a weekend from home from Spain in America. So
Okay.
they were just like rich little boarding school kids from all over the world. And he's there. And I lived in a dorm room with them. And he's like making so much noise. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I wasn't making a noise.
You were like so excited. It was enthusiastic.
Well, I mean, can you blame me, babe? You were gorgeous.
You know, when I first met him, he pulled the naked man on me.
What?
And it worked.
Oh.
Now, first off, she sent me a hell of a lot of like very X-rated snaps before I
this
went
true?
over there.
Yes, but that doesn't mean walk in the door and drop your pants.
Yes.
Like, we're supposed to sit down and have coffee, discuss how we're going to have sex.
No, you
Or
start
just start
by
kissing, go down.
No, you
How about
It was
hey,
by
I
having
did-
coffee.
I did that based off of the snaps and the texting that we were
That
doing
is so
before I got there.
pretentious.
You led
Yeah,
me to a lead.
wow.
That's why we
Talk
broke up.
about balls. You were just like,
But that worked.
wow.
You can't argue the fact that
That
strategy
didn't
did
work.
not work.
It worked
she's
for
sitting here
then.
right now.
No, we broke up though. So
But we got back together.
yes, and we were changed people by then.
Yes.
Both
All
of
I'm
us.
saying is
Was
that
it just
strategy has
magic
paid off.
from the first
I thought so.
time?
I thought
Yeah.
it was like really
That's just
great.
it's a silly question. I
It-
should
no, it's not silly. I thought it was really great. Like I had been having threesomes with these carnival people like on K.
All
and
right.
I that was not more exciting than seeing Rob.
Wow.
Yeah, we
High
have,
praise.
we do have a amazing.
You're better than a carnival
I know I'm better than a carnival
orgy
threesome.
on K. How do you feel?
It was better than it, and I don't know
Wow.
why. I couldn't explain it, but I was like, this guy just seems so
It-
different, and
I'll-
it feels so right, and I feel like I'm myself.
Our excitement's always it hasn't stopped. It's not like it's gone down. So it's still there.
Even when you piss me off.
I know. Oh, I love you, baby doll. Derrick, where can people find you at?
TheDerrickJ.com.
And I'm your rebel mistress. You can find me at seditioussirens.com, which is really just our Facebook page.
And you can find us at rebelloveshow.com. Peace.
Peace.